Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron. I hope you're having an incredible day or night in Jesus. Thank you so much for being with us. We're looking today at the Julian Anderson New Testament. The Julian Anderson New Testament was put out by Bethany some time ago. So let's take a look. This is just really a cursory examination, a brief look. You can do further as if you want to. And so, classic Bethany House Publishing, 1984. I just recognize the cover. So, here's some more on it. Again, thanks for being here. An accurate translation of the Greek New Testament into simple, everyday American English. And I really struggled with what to title this video because there's so many possibilities. And it's translated from the Koine Greek used in Jesus' time and by the early Christian church by Reverend Julian G. Anderson with notes and illustrations for study. So I'm going to read a little bit here, and this is on archive.org, archive.org. That's where I'm getting this. An accurate translation of the Greek New Testament in simple everyday American English. So it's not the simplified King James on them. And so in the 1980s, a concern with liberal Bible translations proliferating in the American market, the Reverend Professor Julian G. Anderson produced this translation from the original Greek with an emphasis on creating a faithful yet readable translation for the 20th century. Now, who was Julian Anderson? This gives us a little bit of a tale about this. Julian Anderson was a professor of classical and biblical Greek at Bethany Seminary in Mankato, Minnesota. Hat tip to Andrew Herbst. And pastor in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, I'm going to see if I can read just a little bit of this because in this internet archive, the archive.org, if you've ever been on it, like you flip pages, and sometimes I really can't make it too much bigger. So sometimes it's really hard to see. And let me see if I can just try to. Okay, so this translation has short, easy words instead of big ones and short, linear sentences. Now, I think it says linear. No, short, clear sentences. When I expanded it, takes off part of the sentence. Yet it is the most exact translation available. The reason is the author's new method. He takes apart the long Greek sentences and rearranges the parts into short, natural English sentences. 23 illustrations, hundreds of notes on difficult words and passages, pictures of ancient coins, cross-references, and floor maps make this a study edition with students of all ages can understand. So, and it says Getting Started Right has a thing on that, and it was revised. So it came out in 84, and it was revised in 89, 90, 11th printing 2002, 12th printing 2007. So obviously it had some currency, if you know what I'm saying. People are buying this. And it's published in the United States of America, Anderson Prison Ministry, which has got a good thing on there. It's got a list of the illustrations, and we just continue about this. And it's got a little bit about the four Gospels. The four Gospels really advertising pieces written to convince people of the first century that Jesus was God's true Son who had been sent to save the whole world from sin and death. But each one gives a slightly different picture of Jesus. And so I'm going to keep turning pages. Beautiful map there. And that's all interesting. So the good news, according to Matthew, written in Jerusalem about 45 AD. I appreciate that's very conservative. I appreciate his thoughts and viewpoints. You could debate the accuracy of that, but it's probably fairly accurate. This is the family history of Jesus the Messiah, who was a descendant of David, and David was a descendant of Abraham. And so that gives you just a little bit of what it sounds like. Verse 18, and this is how Jesus the Messiah was born. And this says 5 to 6 BC. I really appreciate that. His mother Mary had been given to Joseph as his promised wife, But before they had begun to live together as a man and wife, the Holy Spirit made Mary pregnant. Soon her husband Joseph found out that Mary was going to have a child. Now, something like this, being my position on Bible versions and translations, I'd use it more as a commentary, something to look at, interesting things. But I probably wouldn't use this, obviously, as my primary Bible translation. So this is your Julian Anderson Bible translation, also known as an accurate translation of the Greek New Testament into simple, everyday American English. And so something you may want to check out. I know some of you are Bible collectors. You like to maybe try to get every Bible in existence. This would be one maybe you've missed. So God bless you. Check out our other videos. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.